Hi, my name is Terry Carbonell, and I am your Bahamas Aviation Ambassador. Today we are going to talk about flying your private aircraft to the Bahamas for a pleasure trip. Have you ever dreamed of flying your private airplane to a faraway tropical island paradise? Your dream can be your reality, because the islands of the Bahamas are your tropical island paradise. And they are closer than you think. With a little pre-planning, you can be on your way to the Bahamas in no time. We will review 1. The requirements for flight outside of the United States. 2. Paperwork. 3. Procedures, the nuts and bolts of making the flight. Let's start our pre-flight planning for our trip to the Bahamas. We will start with your airplane. First, you need a Customs and Border Patrol annual sticker. Go online to the website shown and order a sticker. Next, you will need your aircraft radio station license. You can apply for that, plus your pilot radio operator license, at the website seen above. Your aircraft must have 12-inch in numbers. For most airplanes, this is not an issue. They are usually painted on at 12 inches. You must have life jackets for flight over water, where you are beyond gliding distance from land, and it is recommended, but not required, to have a life raft. You always want to carry tie-downs too. There are many places in the Bahamas where adequate tie-downs are not provided. Now, let's pre-flight the pilot. You will need 1. Your passport. 2. Your radio operator license. 3. A Bahamas flying guide is handy, but not required. 4. EAPA's declarations. Let's review all of the required paperwork now. We will start with EAPA's. You must first establish an account at the website above. You will enter your pilot information, aircraft information, and any crew, which will be regular passengers, like a spouse. Make sure everyone on your manifest has 2 forms of ID, this includes passengers. Enter the passenger information when you are preparing your outbound declaration. Unlike crew information, passenger information is not saved. It is a good idea to gather the information, ID, and addresses ahead of time, then enter it all at once. Both permanent and local addresses are required for passengers. At least 1 hour prior to your departure, you must file your outbound declaration. Be sure to get the filing receipt and have it with you on your trip. If you know, with certainty, when you are returning to the US, you should also file your inbound declaration. Be sure to get the receipt for that too. Before selecting your US port of entry for your return, it might be a good idea to call the US Customs office at that location and check to verify their operating hours. Contact information can be found in the Bahamas Pilot Guide or Bahamas Planning booklets. Now, you need Bahamas Form C7A. You can download a copy from the website above. Be certain to get the C7A and not the C7. Fill out the C7A, and make 3 copies to bring with you. When you arrive in the Bahamas at your airport of entry, you will fill out the pink immigration card. Each person will get 1 card. Keep 1 copy of the card with you at all times. We are ready for our trip. Let's talk about the procedures for going to the Bahamas and returning back to the United States. You want to make sure that you do everything that you normally do to go fly your plane. Do your regular pre-flight. Have all of your required documents and gear on board. File your flight plan. It will either be an IFR or DVFR flight plan. Open the flight plan as you normally do upon departure from your home airport. If you are not flying IFR, but want to talk to ATC, get flight following. Either way, I recommend writing down all of the radio frequencies, and the approximate location of each. This way, you have them handy for the return flight back to the United States. Note, sometimes Miami Center is hard to reach below 6,500 feet. Have a fun flight over the beautiful, crystal clear waters of the Bahamas. You will land at an airport of entry, so you can clear Bahamian customs. Before landing, be sure to close your flight plan in the air, as soon as the runway is in sight. If you land at Nassau or Freeport, the tower will close it for you. Clear Bahamian customs. Present your passport, C7A forms and fill out the pink immigration card. As of October 2015, you will need to pay $50 cash, per private aircraft, for the customs processing fee. Be sure to get a copy of the pink card, and a copy of the stamped C7A. These are your travel documents for island hopping, and transit hire in the Bahamas. Now relax and enjoy the Bahamian hospitality. When it is time to return back to the US, you must clear Bahamian customs, and depart from an airport of entry. File your flight plan via cell phone or the blue phones in the Bahamas. Call US Customs at least 1 hour prior to your arrival to let them know your approximate time of arrival. Write down the initials of the US Customs official with whom you spoke. Turn in your copy of the C7A and pink immigration card. As of October 2015, pay $29 per person cash, for your Bahamian departure tax. Upon departure, open your flight plan. Before crossing the ADIZ, get your discrete transponder code. Write it down. Put the code in the transponder. If you have flight following, they may give you a different code. If you will be more than 1 hour late for your US Customs arrival, radio ahead, to let US Customs know you will be late. Do not arrive to Customs early. If you have to divert to another US Port of Entry airport, radio ahead, to let Customs know to expect you. You can ask ATC, or call flight services to ask for assistance. If you are flying in a group of planes, ask a plane that launched out ahead of you to notify US Customs upon landing. When you arrive at US Customs, wait with your plane, until an official greets you. Take your bags out of your plane. Have your aircraft papers handy if they request to see them. Go inside of the US Customs office, and present your passport and bags for immigration and US Customs processing. When you have finished, return to your aircraft and reload your bags. You are now free to fly home, or on to your next destination, as you normally fly. One last thing, let's talk about flight safety. Before you leave, take a look at your ditch bag or survival kit. Make sure everything is present and in working order. Consider carrying any perb, spot, BADELF or other personal tracking device. Call a friend to let them know your travel plans. Check in with them upon arrival in the Bahamas. Watch the weather. There are fewer places to land. Carefully consider your fuel. Not all of the islands have fuel available. Know your range, and allow extra for headwinds. What are you waiting for? Let's go fly.